In Bogota, we have a great variety of museums and interesting places to visit in Colombia. Tourist place of interest with our correspondent, Daniel Blanco. Come on, Daniel.
Good morning, Jesse. Tourist place of interest. Recommended museums in Bogota. The capital of Colombia is a vibrant city. Attracts more than 1 million visitors a year. Its artist festival, its cultural centers, the wide gastronomic offer, the joy of its night and its architectural beauty are the main reasons to visit. As for museums, Bogota has real jewels of art, anthropology and history, and then go all recommended.
1. The National Museum of Colombia. It is the first museum in Colombia and one of the oldest in America, so its collection, divided into archaeology, history, and ethnography, has become an essential attraction for those who enjoy this space. 2. The Gold Museum. Enter a round and dark vault and hear how light, ancient relic flood the environment, while a dim light unleashes the brightness of hundreds of pieces of gold. Is one of the most desired experiences for those who visit the Gold Museum. 3. Botero Museum. A giant and half-round shapes welcome visitors to the Botero Museum, who donates much of his personal collection so that general public can appreciate the work of some of the best national and international exponents. While and yet to know the most beautiful villages in Colombia, with their national architectural and cultural beauty, they invite you to discover the country's heritage. Barichara, the most beautiful village in Colombia. It is located in the department of Santander and thanks to its architecture elaborate 100% in stone allows visitors to feel on a journey through time until the time of the colony. It is an ideal place both for those who want to rest and for those who love excitement and adventures. Buga, the cathedral of Milagroso. Guadalajara de Buga in the department of the Valle is one of the most important tourist destinations of the southwest of the country and one of the most important religious tourism. The city is one the Basilica of the Lord of the Miracles, which is visited by hundreds of thousands of Catholics from Colombia and different countries. The image of the Lord of Miracles is one of the most celebrated in the country. Magic in Villa de Leyva. It is the most visited destination of Boyacá and one of the preferred by folks who arrive in Colombia's street of stone led to its immense place, considered on one large in Colombia, which is short and wide facades as far backdrop. Villa de Leyva is adorned with a thick green mountain lace and desert landscapes.
Social network and technology are making it out. Our correspondent Jared Gatos tell us more about this. Come on, Jared.
Good morning. In the other news, the technology continues to grow, and here we present the most modern advances. Continues to increase user and profits. Operating profits in the first 9 months of years climbed to 7,876 million. Facebook as world leader to keep connected to the world. This is what Zuckerberg said in moments when Donald Trump promotes and protects trend.
Instagram will allow only shopping. The publication will have labels in which a product can be purchased directly. Samsung unveils new wireless headsets. Gear Icons X has sensor to account steps and measure heart rate. Google Virtual Reality Glass to go on sale on November 10. At the moment, they will only be available in 5 countries. It will cost $79. Google Earth now lists your travel with virtual reality. The platform is now compatible with the HTC Vive Glaze. The Back to the Future shoes cost more than 2 million pesos. Self-adjusting shoes are expected to go on sale by December 1. In health, scientists use virtual reality to study drug delivery for cancer.
Now in the weather news with Karen Nin, we'll talk about the Hurricane Matthew left several people affected disaster in the Guajira.
Good morning, Jessica. Welcome to News of the Climate. The weather forecast for tomorrow in the following cities is: in Bogotá, according to the IDEAN, it will be a rainy day. You have to have an umbrella in it will out. Among other news, climate in the metropolitan area of the Barranquilla, it will a bit sunny day. You should apply a good sunscreen. In the city of the Medellin, there will a measure in the tomorrow. You should have umbrella. Among other news, the National Unit for Disaster Risk Management reported on Saturday morning that the Hurricane Matthew begins the move away from the Colombia Caribbean, so he changed the alert from red to yellow.
The information is now after downing in the category 4 on the Saffir-Simpson scale of 1 to 5 according to the National Hurricane Center. According to the official report, the hurricane left 27 houses in the 5 districts, destroyed the town of Uribia in the Guajira similarly, and because of the rain, strong winds, and wave unique effect of hurricane along the coast of Colombia, some routes in poor condition into districts are present. Also due to a soldier increasing the area of a person occurs in the path coast, also in the municipality of Uribia. Authorities said the winds, strong winds and wave persist during the next 36 hours, falling in the departments of the Guajira, Magdalena, Atlántico, and Bolivia.
After the past votes in the peace treaty, we have the consequences of the no. Without correspond Gonzalo. Come on, Gonzalo.
Good morning. Today we will talk about consequences of the tour of the no. We will speak of two specific, Monte Designación Humberto de la Calle Angina and the FARC. During our 4-year dialogue, Humberto de la Calle was the government stronghold. The former vice-president of the Republic put his face in the most tense moment of the dialogue and had the mood to face the hardest negotiation of the FARC. However, one day after no victory, De la Calle presented vice-president with his resignation letter. The mistakes we have made are his sole responsibility. I full assuming political responsibility de la Calle side. Our leader is both identified in his office as the government negotiator in Cuba, with the strong continue. Gina Parodi, who from August 13 took and paid leave to dedicate herself to the campaign 4 years in peace, Plebiscite also resigned, although had said that his resignation was due the culmination of the cycle of service the countries. Youth and children, sector of public opinion felt that his departure from the cabinet was no more than a type of the defeat of yes. Guerrilla group is the crossword like most of the country. He was waiting for Jeff's victory and this new scenario leaves him waiting. Of course, the far Arthur they continue to work to achieve peace and to consolidate as political growth. How will they do it? That is the definite. With the result today, we know that our change as political movement is even great and requires stronger. The will stand on lasting pace. The fact maintain the will for peace and later their willingness to use only the workers with weapons and construction towards the future. To the Colombian people ordering of peace with use, peace will triumph. Timoshenko cycles after acknowledged the triumph of yes.
In the sport, we have the candidates for the Golden Ball 2016, the Tour of France, and how goes the qualifiers for the World Cup Russia.
Welcome to sports. FIFA has already chosen the 23 footballers of the year to win the Golden Ball. In December, the 3 finalists of the 4 categories are defined, as well as the candidates for the Puskas Prize and the New Vision Prize. Winners, including the Fireplay Prize, will be presented on the January night gala. The favorites to win the Golden Ball are
Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi, and Antoine Griezmann.
FIFA World Cup Russia 2018 will be the 21st edition.
This edition of the sporting event will be held in Russia between June 14 and July 15 of 2018. FIFA has announced it in its official website. This is the first opportunity in which Russia organized the championship and the first time in the history of the World Cup to be held in an Eastern Europe country. Russia has confirmed 12 stadiums in 11 cities, which will host the 64th World Cup match. In other news, the Tour of France already has a route for next year. There will be 21 stages in total, where the favorites to win are Nairo Quintana and Christopher Froome.
These were the news today. We'll wait for you tomorrow in a news broadcast.